So, Kim, you were a corporate manager and startup warrior turned freelancer and entrepreneur. For the first 4 years of your freelancing career, you helped tech and foreign companies develop new products and expand their businesses into the Vietnamese market. And today you help clients worldwide break free from their unhappy corporate jobs to build their freelance or entrepreneurial careers. Is that right? Yeah. And as always, let us know if we're missing something. We probably are. It's a very brief introduction, but I hope that this conversation might shed some more light on some more details. So I have maybe as the first question. So what was the turning point that made you realize that you wanted to leave your corporate career and pursue freelancing? Let's start out with that.
Yeah. Oh, I love that question because I feel like I did have a different corporate career than usual because most of my career I work remotely. I already have the location freedom. I remember I was traveling in one of the northern mountain when I was working for companies. And I could do that. Well, for the most part, during my career, there were 2 years of COVID. So no moving, no traveling. But for the most part, I was traveling a lot. Sometimes I travel for work. I travel domestically at least 3 times a month. And then at times I travel to South Korea, to Dubai, to New Zealand. It was really great opportunities for me. And other times I was traveling just for myself and then working at the same time. So I felt like I had almost everything. It was like career, it was travel, it was money, it was title. I felt like I had it all. But when COVID started, I worked from home. It wasn't that the travel stopped that made me feel like something was wrong with my career, but it's just that it allowed me a lot more time to reflect and to really acknowledge that, okay, now that the travel had stopped, I didn't have anything to compensate for my unhappiness in my career. And I really had to live with that for like 1 or 2 years in order to really admit that following the rules, working 9 to 5, clocking in and out every day, and building someone else's dreams, and constantly telling myself that it's okay to not explore my passion, not explore my interest in psychology, in coaching, and instead just do business development and just build a conventional career of a corporate worker. That I keep telling myself that would be fine, but eventually it turned out that it was not fine. And that the first COVID year really woke me up to the truth that it was not okay, even if I had everything and I had the freedom to work remotely. I didn't really like it. So, and also one more thing was that during that time I started to work for tech companies. Before that, I worked for a university. They had a different way of working. And then starting in 2020, I worked with a Singaporean tech company, and they were that really burned me out. Startups were great. At the same time, they were a bit crazy.
Right.
Both in a good way and somehow the destructive way. They move so fast. And if you were already someone who were hustling, if you were already on the hamster wheel, that you feel like you need to have achievement to prove that you're worthy and that you're successful, then you just keep going and going and nonstop until you feel like you're completely exhausted. And during the first year of COVID, I was seriously underweight. I was like 42 kilograms.